Hi everyone, this is Janet with Vera Lane Studio, and I'm going to show you how to resize the digital stamps using the application Pages. You'll find Pages on your iPhone, your iPad, or your Mac computer. The resizing, of course, applies to any project that you want to make with your digital stamps, but today I'm going to be demonstrating how to crop small enough so you can make the mini moos. The mini moo project is something that we're doing over on Vera Lane Studio. So if you would like to get involved, you just join us over in our Facebook group, and you can see that we have some handouts and some video instruction and a lot of eye candy that will be happening over the course of the next few weeks. On the first page of our handout that you'll find in our file section, you'll have the prompts for the cards over on the right hand side, and then you will also have some instruction along with the size measurements. We're going to be working with a width of 1 1/8 inch by a height of 3 3/4. So let's get started. I'm going to wake up my screen. And let's get started right here. This is my icon for Pages. It is orange with a little white pin across the top. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of this and open a new document. So I'm going to go Create Document. And I always like to work in portrait mode. And there's my paper. You could just pinch your screen so you can see the whole paper. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick my icon that has the picture on it, and I'm going to insert my image. The images that come here are from my photo gallery because I didn't want to take the time to download them from my Dropbox. But if you're looking in your album section and you want to take them off of Dropbox, you can go ahead and on the left of the screen, you will see the drop-down menu and you can grab your pictures from there. I'm going to go ahead and insert the picture. When you bring the picture in, it's obviously way too large. The nice thing about Pages is when you press one of the buttons, you will get the size of the image. So he's coming in 5.65 inches in width and 6.5 inches high. Obviously, way too big. Might be good for another project, but not this one. So I'm going to slide him up. And as I'm sliding him up, you can see that my number scale is changing over here. And my card is 6 1/4, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller than that. Now, I think you were able to see that he's going to be a little bit wider than 1 1/8. So I'm going to show you a quick way to make a guide so you can plan on your composition. So next to that picture icon, you're going to see a couple of shapes. And we're going to go ahead and click on that, and we're going to pick the square. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did with the picture of the little boy. I'm going to hold that one little dot, and I'm going to try to make the size of my, yeah, we're almost there, pretty good. That is the size of my mini moo card. Now, the black is a little hard to see, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this paintbrush up here. I'm going to select the color blue. Still kind of hard to see, so I'm going to change the opacity and I'm going to bring it down so it's semi-transparent. So this is a great tool to use because you can see how you are going to crop your little guy. Now, if you're okay with seeing that much of the image, then keep it. I'm going to see if I can do this without losing him. I just want to see a little bit more of him. And obviously part of his baguette and his beret will be cut off, but I think that side proportion is great. So I'm going to keep him. Let me just grab him. Yeah, that's going to grab the, oops. I use Windows. This is not my go-to to use because I'm really more of a Windows person. Okay, so now I have just isolated my guide from my character. So I put him over to the side because I'm happy with his size and he's going to be ready to print. But I don't want to waste my piece of paper and just print one. There are 31 prompts, so I'm going to fit as much as I can on this page before I send it to my printer. So I'm going to go ahead and pick another picture. Let's do this little silly dog. Same thing. I'm going to put my finger on it size it down, and see how he looks. All right, I like that size. Again, he's going to be cropped a little bit. I can make him a little bit smaller if I want, but I think that proportion is going to be fine, and that'll be my next image. So that's how close I put them. I like to fill my paper up because there's no need to waste space. Plus, it makes it easier if you are coloring. You can just crop off and just color one section at a time. It just makes it very convenient. I'm going to go ahead again. We'll do this enough times so you see how it's done. Let's go ahead and take this little surfer guy. Again, he comes in quite large, and I'm going to scoot him down, put him over my guide. Now I'm going to kind of lose that surfboard a little bit. So I might still use him, but maybe not the best image. And that's the way you can decide what you're going to use for your prompts. Maybe not all of them will be so successful reduced. So I'm going to pick another one. Let me tap off in case I lose that. Okay. Pick another one. Go to my image gallery. Let's pick this leggy girl. Now that might work really well. See, that's perfect. And see how fast it is? It's really great. And I want to show you one more thing. We're going to go to where the paintbrush is. This is where we do the styles, the image, and the last one is arrange. You can adjust the size in this particular drop-down window. But what's cool is if you want to change the direction, you can also do that. Take a look at the image. I'm going to click it again, and you can just rotate it. So it's really that easy. And that's pretty much all there is to Pages. Again, I made my guide with the shape. Okay, I picked that. I changed the color. I'll change the color again. I want it semi-transparent, and then you just resize it to the size guide you need. So if you're making an ATC, the same thing. And I think they're like 2.5 by like 3.5, something like that. Let me see. That's about right. So you see, if you're doing an ATC, you scale your little guy up. How cool is that? In some ways, Pages is a lot easier than going to the Windows and using MS Word. It just depends what you're used to. So I'm going to go ahead and post this, and if you have any questions for me, please drop below, and thank you for watching.